Do you ever stop and think about those meals that cost more than, say, your first car?
Huh. Yeah, definitely.
We're talking about dropping serious coin on a single dining experience. Um, what exactly goes into making a meal worth that kind of investment?
It certainly raises some intriguing questions about value, doesn't it?
Mhm.
What elements, come together to justify such extraordinary prices in the culinary world?
That's precisely what we're going to explore today. You shared this fascinating list with us from 10 Most Today, published back in June 2021.
Right.
And it spotlights some of the most expensive restaurants around the globe. Now, it's important to remember the timing, right?
Yeah, mid-pandemic.
Exactly. So this list might not be exhaustive of all historically high-priced places, as some might have been, temporarily closed.
That context is absolutely key. The fine dining scene was definitely navigating some unique challenges then.
Right. So our mission for you today, listener, is to really dig into this list, pull out the most insightful details.
And understand what makes them tick price-wise.
Yeah, what allows these restaurants to command such eye-watering prices? Think of this as your insiders look into the rarefied air of ultra-luxury dining.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Okay, let's dive in, starting with the classic of culinary extravagance on Alain Ducasse Plaza Athénée in Paris.
Ah, Alain Ducasse.
Hmm.
A name that instantly evokes a certain level of, well, prestige.
And often a corresponding price point, yeah.
Definitely. So what stood out about this one from the list?
The description just paints a picture of absolute opulence. I mean, imagine dining surrounded by white and gold decor with these enormous chandeliers just dripping in crystals. It sounds more like stepping into a royal residence than like a restaurant.
Wow.
And the prices, well, they definitely reflect that ambiance. A five-course meal was listed around 395 euros,
Which was about.
roughly $458 back then.
Mhm.
And even if you just wanted one plate, you could be looking at around 195 euros or like $226. It really makes you wonder about the psychology of dining in a setting like that. Does the sheer grandeur enhance the perceived value of the food itself?
That's a fascinating point. The environment, it undoubtedly plays a crucial role in shaping the whole experience, and how the diner perceives value.
Right.
Beyond just the aesthetic pleasure, that lavish setting can create a real sense of occasion, exclusivity maybe,
Uh-huh.
influencing how much someone feels a meal is worth.
Yeah.
It's not just about satisfying hunger, it's about buying into a complete sensory experience, really.
Okay, so moving across the Atlantic, our next stop is Chef's Table at Brooklyn Fare in the USA.
Ah, okay. Brooklyn Fare.
This one struck me as interesting because it seems to offer a different kind of luxury. Their tasting menu is priced just shy of $395 per person.
Just under 400 bucks.
Yeah, and that doesn't even include drinks.
Wow.
The focus here seems to be intensely on the quality and preparation of shellfish and fish.
What's intriguing there is the contrast with the Parisian grandeur we just talked about.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah, Chef's Table at Brooklyn Fare is known for a more intimate, almost minimalist setting, right? Where the spotlight is firmly on the ingredients themselves, especially that pristine seafood.
Right.
It suggests luxury can manifest in different ways, sometimes through elaborate surroundings, other times through exceptional quality and like meticulous execution of simpler, though still incredibly high-end ingredients.
And maybe the difficulty in getting a reservation adds to it.
Oh, for sure. Scarcity often drives desirability, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The article does mention that getting a table there is notoriously difficult, adds to that exclusive feel.
Uh-huh.
But they also had this interesting adaptation during the pandemic. You could get their wines and dishes through Caviar at lower prices.
That's interesting.
What do you think that says about their overall approach?
Well, that's a pretty clever strategic move, I think. It let them adapt to the limits on in-person dining, but still keep a connection with their clientele.
Makes sense.
And it also potentially broadened their reach, maybe giving a wider audience a glimpse of their standards, even if it was in a different format.
Yeah.
It does raise the question of how a restaurant known for its intimate tasting experience translates that value to, eating at home.
Good point. Okay, next up, still in the U.S., but on the West Coast, the French Laundry.
Ah, Yountville.
Oh,
Thomas Keller.
exactly, spearheaded by the renowned chef Thomas Keller. This place is consistently mentioned as a destination for like really special occasions.
Oh yeah, legendary spot.
Their chef's tasting menu, and they had an outdoor dining veggie option too, was listed at $350 per person.
$350.
Keller's name alone carries so much weight in the culinary world. How much do you think a chef's reputation factors into these, well, extreme prices?
Oh, massively. A chef's reputation, particularly one as established as Thomas Keller's, carries significant weight. It's built over years, right?
Hmm.
Years of consistent quality, innovation,
Yes,
awards.
the accolades.
Diners aren't just paying for the meal itself, but also for the experience of being guided by a culinary visionary. It's like an investment in a certain level of artistry and expertise.
A bet that it'll be amazing.
Exactly. A bet that the experience will be exceptional and memorable. The price reflects not just the cost of ingredients and labor, but also that intangible value of the culinary legacy.
Okay, back to Paris we go for Restaurant Le Meurice.
Another Parisian giant.
And the description here is just dripping with opulence again. We're talking chandeliers, vintage mirrors, frescoes. It sounds like you're stepping back in time into some kind of royal court.
Very Versailles-like, maybe.
Kinda, but then they also mention modern touches like water-inspired sculptures and these space-age chairs, which is quite a contrast.
No, interesting mix.
Their current dinner menus were listed at $289 and $370. It seems like they're trying to blend historical grandeur with a contemporary feel.
That juxtaposition of historical and modern design,
Mm.
that sounds intentional. An effort to create a unique, multi-layered sensory experience.
Yeah.
The goal might be to evoke a sense of timeless luxury while still feeling current and relevant. It speaks to the idea that luxury dining isn't static. It evolves, right? Incorporating new aesthetics while still honoring traditional elegance.
And the price reflects maintaining that curated environment.
Exactly. The investment in creating and keeping up such an elaborate and thoughtfully designed place.
Now we're heading to Switzerland. Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville in Crissier.
Okay, Switzerland. High-end cuisine there too.
This is highlighted as the place to experience Switzerland's finest cuisine. Interestingly, the article mentions a relatively accessible cheapest meal at 60 Swiss francs.
Oh, that's surprising.
But then their multiple course menus jump way up, starting at 390 Swiss francs.
Wow, quite a leap. From 60 to starting near 400.
That's quite a range. What do you make of that tiered pricing structure?
Well, that tiered structure is quite telling, I think. The more accessible option likely serves as an introduction, maybe, to the restaurant's culinary philosophy, its standards.
Like a gateway.
Kind of. Perhaps attracting a broader clientele who might then aspire to the more elaborate offerings later. The significantly higher-priced menus represent the full, immersive experience, probably rarer ingredients, more complex preparations, more extensive service.
Right.
It's a way of catering to different levels of indulgence and budget while still keeping that aura of exclusivity at the top end.
Let's hop back across the pond to Las Vegas for Guy Savoy.
Vegas, baby. Makes sense there'd be one here.
The article makes it very clear that all their menus come with sky-high prices. An a la carte experience starts at $125.
Okay, starting point.
A main menu with premium wine is $555.
Getting up there.
And their Krug Chef's table menu, which includes 10 courses and champagne, will set you back a cool $650.
$650. Wow.
In a city known for its extravagance, Guy Savoy seems to be really pushing the boundaries. What do you think drives those prices in a place like Vegas?
Well, Las Vegas thrives on providing those over-the-top experiences, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the fine dining scene there is no exception. Guy Savoy has likely positioned itself to cater to a clientele that expects, and is willing to pay for, the absolute highest level of luxury and exclusivity.
And the pairings push it up, too.
Definitely. The inclusion of premium wine pairings, especially Krug Champagne, in the higher-priced menus, indicates a focus on elevating the entire culinary journey beyond just the food.
Right.
That Krug Chef's table, in particular, suggests a very personalized, very indulgent interaction with the chef and the cuisine, justifying that significant cost.
Now, for something completely different, Etha Undersea Restaurant in the Maldives.
Undersea. Okay, that's wild.
As the name suggests, this one is 16 feet below the surface of the ocean. Talk about dining with a view.
Seriously, fish swimming by your table.
Dining here ranges from $330 for dinner to $220 for lunch. The novelty factor alone must contribute significantly to that price, right?
Absolutely. The sheer uniqueness of the location is a major draw and undoubtedly adds to the price point. Dining surrounded by marine life, that's an experience you just can't get most places.
For sure.
The cost likely reflects not only the food and service quality, but also the significant engineering construction, and maintenance involved in operating a restaurant in such an extraordinary environment.
You're paying for unforgettable.
Exactly. A truly unforgettable, probably once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Okay, from the depths of the ocean to the heights of Hong Kong, we have the Krug Room at the Mandarin Oriental.
Ah, the Krug Room. Heard of this one?
This is described as a point of pride for the city. Chef Robin Zavu creates 3 menus featuring high-quality seafood and meat, all expertly paired with.
Krug Champagne, presumably.
You got it, Krug Champagne. The price range here is $375 to $760.
Up to $760. Okay.
And interestingly, it's recommended for 6 guests. The emphasis on a shared experience seems notable here.
That focus on curated pairings with a super prestigious champagne like Krug, plus the group recommendation, it suggests a dining experience that's meant to be celebratory, shared.
Right, like a special event thing.
Yeah, implies a level of exclusivity and personalized attention for the whole party. Maybe ideal for special occasions or, high-end business gatherings.
Makes sense.
The price point reflects not only the quality of the food and the exceptional drinks, but also the exclusivity of the setting and that personalized group service.
Back to Paris once more, for Le Pré Catalan, managed by Chef Frederic Anton.
Paris again. A hub for this stuff.
This is called a gem of Paris. They serve an 8-course meal featuring some seriously luxurious ingredients. Langoustine ravioli with gold leaf jelly.
Gold leaf jelly, wow.
Foie gras, veal sweetbreads, and cherry tree smoked salmon, all for €290, which was about $336 back then. The inclusion of gold leaf just screams extravagance.
Well, yeah, ingredients like gold leaf, foie gras, langoustine, they're inherently expensive, aren't they? Rarity, complexity of sourcing, specialized prep techniques.
True.
An 8-course meal featuring stuff like that requires not just big financial investment in the ingredients, but also a very high level of culinary skill and artistry in preparation and presentation.
Classic French technique.
Exactly. It's a showcase of classic French haute cuisine where every little detail is meticulously considered.
And finally, we travel to Kyoto, Japan for Kicho Arashiyama Honten.
Ah, Japan. Kaiseki, maybe?
Seems like it. This spot apparently became very popular with tourists after COVID-19. They offer 4 different menus with varying levels of extravagance.
Okay. Options.
A single meal includes a whole range of traditional Japanese dishes: sashimi, pickles, soup, steamed rice, slow-cooked and grilled items, plus a side dish with confection, green tea, and fruits.
Sounds incredibly detailed and traditional.
The price ranges from $375 to $565.
Pretty wide range again.
And with taxes and fees, it could even reach $754.
Whoa, over $750 potentially.
The sheer variety and tradition involved here seem significant.
Definitely. The range of menus in that detailed description highlight the intricate nature and artistry of traditional Japanese cuisine at this level. It's not just about individual dishes, right?
Yeah, the whole sequence.
It's about the entire sequence and balance of flavors, textures. The higher potential cost, including taxes and fees, just underscores how comprehensive the dining experience is.
Yeah.
It likely covers not just the exquisite food, but also the meticulous service, the refined ambiance, maybe even a sense of cultural immersion.
And its popularity post-pandemic.
Suggests a strong desire for authentic, high-quality cultural experiences. Absolutely.
So, as we've taken this incredible culinary journey around the world,
Quite the trip.
it's clear that the reasons behind these extraordinary prices are as diverse as the restaurants themselves. It's not just one single thing driving up the cost.
Precisely. We've seen how the exceptional quality and rarity of ingredients play a crucial role, whether it's specific seafood, luxury items like foie gras or gold leaf, or meticulously sourced produce.
Right. And then, of course, there's the undeniable influence of the chef's reputation.
Yeah, their skill, their innovation, the name recognition, that's huge.
Then we can't overlook the impact of unique and opulent locations, can we? From dining literally beneath the sea to being surrounded by historical grandeur in Paris. The ambiance and the overall sensory experience are clearly significant factors adding to the premium.
Absolutely. And in some cases, like the Krug Room, the exclusivity of the offering itself, curated pairings, focus on groups that further elevates the cost. It's truly a confluence of factors creating these ultra-premium dining experiences.
So for you listening, after this deep dive into some of the world's most expensive restaurants, what resonates most with you in terms of justifying a luxury dining experience?
Yeah, what makes it worth it in your mind?
Is it the hunt for the rarest ingredients, the artistry of a celebrated chef, the allure of a breathtaking location, or maybe just the sheer indulgence of it all?
Or has this glimpse into extreme fine dining maybe made you reconsider your own definition of a truly valuable meal.
This exploration really invites us to think about our personal values when it comes to dining, doesn't it?
It really does. Beyond just needing to eat, what elements truly elevate a meal into something memorable, and for some, a worthwhile, significant investment?
Hopefully, you now have a much richer understanding of this very exclusive corner of the culinary world.
Yeah, it's a fascinating peek behind the curtain.
It certainly makes you wonder, doesn't it, what your own ultimate dining experience might be if price were no object.
Definitely something to think about.
It's certainly something to chew on until our next deep dive.